Good morning. It's Coffee Time Monday. Grab your coffee and your mindset because we're talking about going from zero motivation to 100 using just a $10 time clock. If you're new here, welcome to the show. We are setting intentions every single Monday, positive intentions, so that we can really conquer the week. And then we close up the loop on Fridays with a reset. So make sure to join us on Fridays as well. This quarter, we have a theme, gratitude and vision. Make sure as you follow along that you keep that in mind, having that gratitude mindset and then moving it forward as a visionary. All right, this first segment is called Real Talk Moment. This is where I talk about something that happens in real life. A few weeks ago, after traveling quite a bit throughout September and then into October, as I'm catching up work, by about Wednesday, I hit a wall. I was completely out of it. I didn't have any motivation, the willpower to move forward. And I think more than anything, like physically, I was getting really burnt out. Tired from all the trips and then never stopping and just going 100% mode. My body was asking for rest, but at the same time, I just had so much on my list that I needed to just follow up and do and work on so that I can move forward with the new tasks that are coming through. Easily said, we could just take a break, right? But the only problem I had in this week was that I had 68 things to do that I was catching up on. So I turned to my timer for the rescue, and this is how I did it, just using one time clock. So let me show you mine. My timer, I recently purchased this on Amazon, and I love this time clock, a very simple time clock. I use it every time I have zero motivation. Now, do I use it on a daily basis? Yes, I do. I also use it on a daily basis. The only thing is that on days like these where there is absolutely no motivation to get through the day, I use this clock very specifically. I time myself 25 minutes. And as the time goes, you could see the color moving down. Within those 25 minutes, I am to get this done. And if I don't finish, that's okay. I don't have any guilt left in me because I worked on it. And that's a motivation factor. Momentum kicks in. When the momentum kicks in my head, I'm telling myself, I'm only going to get this one more thing done within the 25 minutes that I allowed myself. And once I'm done with it, I'm going to drop it like it's hot, take a break, come back. Do I have anything more left in me to work on? One more, until the moment I tell myself, okay, this is it. There's no more juice left in me and I need to stop. That's when I would stop. Typically what happens is that progress factor hits me really hard. It helps me to understand and realize that, hey, you know what? That wasn't so bad. Let me just get one more thing done. Moves me forward into that momentum where I lacked previously. So once you're in that kick momentum mode, you just keep going one task at a time. It could be small, it could be big, it could be a priority, it could be urgent, important, not important, it doesn't matter. But if it's on the list, if it made it on the list, that means it's something that I need to pay attention to. Before we go forward, I just want to mention that we moved the desk space a little bit around. My husband helped me yesterday. We have a friend on here on our channel that has suggested, watching my previous videos, that I move my desk to face the window. And I love that idea because a few years back, I used to have that set up and I loved it. It gave me so much peace and it looked out to my pool in the backyard. And again, it's doing the same thing. So I have a pool right here and I could just look out, and if I open the window, right now it's like so shiny. I was trying to film this way and I realized I cannot do it because the sun was right in my eyes and I literally need sunglasses. Today we're doing it this way, but it is such an amazing suggestion and I'm so grateful for it. And I just wanted to show you that we moved on it. Next segment is coffee break question. So I have reflective journaling prompt for you today. Make sure you have your journal and pen ready to go for these because it is a good moment on Monday mornings to really set the intention. Even if you're watching it later in the day or later in the week, make sure to do this. Putting your mind on paper, there's a magic to it and it brings about so much that you don't even know about yourself. Here goes the question. If I could design this week with clarity and purpose, what would that look like? And what would that feel like? the energy you want to bring into this week. So like think about the calm focus. Is it courage? Is it joy? Is it discipline? For me, it is just calm focus. I worked hard with major intensive seriousness through the last 2 weeks doing catch-up work. So this week, I really want to focus, but with calmness. I want to take it a little bit slower than I did the last several weeks, and that is my intention. How about the 3 priorities that truly matter most right now? Not just tasks, but like the outcome, the overall outcome. How is doing that action going to take you forward and really take a leap towards moving that needle for you, for your ultimate vision? What you want to release, perhaps, habits, thoughts, distractions that no longer serve you. So what do you want to release? Today's a really good day to let that go so that you allow new things to come in. How you'll show up for yourself, even on hard or busy days like that Wednesday I had. And right now, let me take you on to my desk. What is happening in my planner, which one I am opting for this week, and how I have it set up. And perhaps it can inspire you and motivate you to do your setup if you haven't already done so on Friday Reset. Here we go. All right, let's talk about why we have 2 planners going on here. I'm going through a bunch of the inserts and things and planners. I cleared out a lot of planners this weekend as I was setting up my desk, and I set up this one, which is Louis Vuitton personal size. I created some new insert, like a dashboard. If you guys want a copy of this, let me know. I'll put it in our member file. And then also I added back in this 2025, the monthlies. However, I also have these monthlies. So I'm deciding which one I'm going to use. This is the inbox monthlies, where it has an inbox every month and a habit tracker. But then this is just a simple monthly on 2 pages. And then I have my weeklies ready to go, and I just simply use it. Like I was trying to use it last week or 2 weeks ago, and it didn't really work out because I had so much I had to catch up on, and I was very well moved into my Notion, so I didn't really need to check in here very often. Plus, I was using primarily the Sterling Ink A5, so it was just working out for me in those weeks that I was catching up, so I didn't have to work on these. But I realized that I would love to have a little glance as I'm working on the computer, where I don't have to keep switching back and forth on the computer screen, but to have a glance of my schedules. I use right now Notion Calendar. I'll show you guys in details on the Friday Reset, but I use Notion Calendar, and on the iPads, the calendar doesn't work out. The view is not my ideal view, so I don't like to use Notion Calendar on my iPads. So then what I end up doing is moving from screen to screen in the middle of working on something. I'd have to go check my schedule. So I would like to have my schedule at a glance so I know what time I'm to pick up my daughter, or if we have any appointments or meetings. Meetings will pop up. So that's the weekly, and I am going to set this up. But I think I will also possibly capture it in here instead of the Sterling Ink. We'll see. The other thing is the habit tracker. I have a very good habit tracker built into my system on Notion, so I'm not sure that I'm going to be using this, but we'll see how this goes. All right, and then I have the dailies ready to go on 2 pages. These are the undated. This is all in my shop, and for members, we have these in our members file, I believe. I love this because more than anything here, I love this graph paper. Possibly, I'm gonna see after this week, I might just switch into just having a bunch of graph paper in here if I'm going to end up using the personal moving forward. This is a nice little setup. Everything else is the same. I took out a bunch of stuff because I really have most of my collections in my Notion and my notes app. So and these are just inserts that I found that I want to keep. I archived and threw away a bunch of other inserts. This is the Sterling Ink A5. I have been using this as like scratch paper, meeting note, memos, project idea, brainstorming, all that kind of stuff. Journaling on the quick go, like when I am not motivated and I just need a little space to jot down some notes. So it's like both work and personal. Think about it this way. I use this notebook, very messy. It's very messy, and I use it to brainstorm how I want to input information into my Notion, put it that way, into my digital space. I don't reference this at all throughout the day. I just put things down as I need to, and then I put it right away into my Notion. If you recall last week's Friday reset, I have a system. It's a capture and execute. And so I capture everything in here, and then I move on over to Notion once a week. So I don't have to reference this necessarily. This is this week. I had to redate it because it's like an older month spread. Because what I did was I used it to time block. I wanted to move around my schedules to see how I can manage them in different days so I could batch work on those days. Then I have like family time blocked out. I am really good at working throughout the night. I want to stop doing that and have dedicated time slot for the family and my cooking time so that I can cook every day. Like last week was amazing because we got to eat home cooked meals. We want to continue this. The reds are like my time. It's like my personal development, my workouts, all that kind of stuff. Really time blocked. And so because I've done this, I couldn't write down my actual schedule of what was going on because not that I reference this during the week, I will be referencing this during the week, but this was just to keep it nice and messy and kind of give me an idea of what kind of week am I looking at. I'm not looking into like referencing this, but definitely this helped me to organize my thoughts throughout the week and how much time I have available to work. So it helped me to realize that I have limited hours to work on the ideal time blocks. So that helps me to reorganize my thoughts and prioritize a little bit better so that I'm working on absolute things that I need to get done. That's what I have going on. I hope this helped you guys. This next segment is a challenge that we give ourselves for the rest of the week. Even if you don't have the exact timer, your smartphone has a free one built in. Try using a timer this week. Create a list of all the things to do. Highlight the top 3. It doesn't have to be the top 3 important. It doesn't have to be the top 3 move the needle task. It doesn't have to be the 3 easiest. You choose your 3 and why, and make sure that you get those 3 things done using a time clock and see if that brings about momentum into your life and some peace and focus, because this thing works. Tell me in the comments if you've tried this and if it worked for you, how that went. The rest of the tasks, just work on it one at a time. Just remember it's just one small task at a time that makes a difference instead of having this overwhelming list of to-dos, never really getting to it, never really finishing any of it. I will see you guys on Friday for a reset. This Friday is really exciting for me personally because I get to really show you my Notion real time, reset with you the 3-step that I have created for myself. Make sure to join us on Friday. Have a great week and I will see you on Friday. Bye.